We're just waiting for them to go back from the breakout rooms. And it's okay, if we can have someone help clear the speaking list, please. Okay, we are live, and can I confirm if Nadia and Ataya, if you guys are back, please unmute and say hi.
Hi, Atayas here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, hi Nadia here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. So we have finished voting on motion. We are over with closed discussion, so you guys can put down your hands. We are now in motion number 71, which states that the 25th IPSF Asia Pacific Regional Assembly elects the following candidate as the Regional Projects Officer of the IPSF Asia Pacific Regional Office for 2023 to 24. So if we can have the votes up, please. Okay, so we're just having a bit of technicals. Okay, Amy, I think you can put up the voting results. If it's doing the thing again, I think you can just put a period first up here. Okay, so we have 6 votes for Rakma, 4 votes for Nadia, and 2 for reopen. So congratulations, Rakma. You are now the incoming regional projects officer of IPSF APRO for next mandate. Congratulations. So we give 1 minute to Ataya, if you would like to address the assembly.
Okay, first of all, hi everyone. Thank you so much for your trust and for your support. For me, hopefully for the upcoming mandate, I can serve the best for all of you, and I hope that you will enjoy for the RPO mandate alongside with me. And I really thank all of you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ataya. And then we have Nadia. But first, just want to clarify, we do not have 2 votes for reopen. This was just a technical. So because our number of voters right now is just 10. So yep, Nadia, you have the floor if you would like to also address this.
Okay, thank you. This is Nadia, the nominee for RPO. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and also congratulations to Tahaya for the as a elected RPO for the next mandate. I hope you strive for your best for the next mandate and make elevate even more for the IPSF APRO.
Thank you so much and congratulations to the both of you. We will now be proceeding to our next motion. Okay, so we have motion number 72, which states that the 25th IPSF Asia Pacific Regional Assembly elects the following member organization to host the 23rd IPSF Asia Pacific Pharmaceutical Symposium APPS 2024. Sorry, can I clarify? I think this is a technical with the wording of the motion. Okay, if we can also change the 23rd to 24th, please. Okay, so I'll just reread the motion that we are now under motion 72, which states that the 25th IPSF Asia Pacific Regional Assembly elects the following member organization to host the 24th IPSF Asia Pacific Pharmaceutical Symposium, APPS 2025. So we have one member organization bidding, KNAPS Republic of Korea. So we are now giving the floor to KNAPS for their presentation. KNAPS, please also feel free to share your own presentation just to be more efficient.
Thank you for the floor. I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. Dear esteemed RWG, CPs, ODs, and observers of the second online sessions of the 25th Regional Assembly Online. I am Minjae Kwan, the contact person of KNAPS 2022 to 2023 and the coming chairperson of 2025 24th APPS. I am honored to present you the bidding materials of the APPS to be held in 2025 in Republic of Korea. Seen on the first slide of the presentation is the logo of APPS, where the brushes of the blue and the red resembles taeguk from our national flag. And in the center is the Changgyeongbu Palace, which is one of the most well-preserved palaces around South Korea, and is also a place that we will visit during the K nights of the events. The table of contents is as follows. I'll be making the introduction, LIT and PST presentation, budget and sponsorship presentation, while our Vice Chairperson Chan will be presenting the details of the APPS. To start with, we would like to give a short introduction to KNAPS. Approved as full member of IPSF in 2007, we have a history of hosting 2016 APPS and 2021 World Congress online. We currently consist of 13 executive board members, each representing their own departments, 150 staff members working for 4,410 regular members from 37 pharmacy schools from around our country. KNAPS run on a very similar structure to IPSF. We hold National Congress equivalent to IPSF World Congress and APRO APPS, just in national level. And we hold all PD competitions that IPSF holds, run various PH campaigns, and execute numerous PE events. Not only do we do educational events, we hold various networking events too. Our association's biggest strength comes from excellency in networking among our members. We believe strong bond within the KNAPS members is crucial and will act as a huge strength in hosting events as big as this APPS. The following are honorable mentions of the chief of our bidding team's reception committee. As some of you might have noticed, the PD chief is not shown on the site as the position is still vacant, and we are actively looking for a suitable candidate to fill up the position. A little spoiler alert for the location of our APPS. Incheon is a beautiful city where modernity embraces tradition. It is also where the Incheon airport is located, where all of you guys will be traveling in as the airport. Songdo is a town in Incheon specially designed for international occasions. Numerous international events take place in Songdo, which is another reason why we believe that it is a perfect fit to hold the APPS in 2025. Now I'll toss the mic to our vice president of our team to give out information about the APPS. The floor is yours, Chen.
Thank you for the floor, Minjae. Chan KNAPS, Republic of Korea speaking. I shall continue where Minjae left off to explain the details of the 24th APPS. Next slide, please. Thank you. We have set our theme to be the following: moving towards modern pharmacy, embracing the future. As the theme revolves around what potential we see in the future of pharmacists, we have set the following mission and vision. We will provide 5 seconds for you to read. Thank you. The potential venue that we seek is Yonsei University International Campus. It has 11 buildings, including laboratories and large conference rooms. There are other facilities for various purposes and places nearby that participants can enjoy. The accommodation, as you would have expected, is the dormitory of the campus venue. There are 2 buildings which can provide sufficient rooms for the number of participants that we aim. They also have community rooms and other facilities. Campus venue and the accommodation are in a 2-minute walking distance, so they are very close by. When moving from accommodation to other event venues, it will take a maximum of an hour riding buses. The target number of participants we foresee is 450 in total, 300 international delegates, including the RWG, 75 domestic delegates, and 75 reception committee members. Following this target number and considering all the planned contents of the 24th APPS, we have set the registration dates and fees as following. Phase 1, which will be from the 6th to the 27th of January, will cost €355 for official delegates. Phase 2, from the 3rd to 28th of February, will cost €375 for both ODs and RDs. And lastly, Phase 3, from the 3rd to the 28th of March, will be €395 for both delegates. The LIT will be €195 and the PST will be €300. LIT is planned to be from the 4th to the 7th of July, and the APPS will continue from the 7th to the 14th, and the PST will finalize the event from the 14th to the 17th. Now, the following is a tentative schedule of the APPS. I will now explain symposia and workshops of the APPS. I would like you to please refer to the motivation letter as it explains in much more detail if you may have any questions. Symposium 1 is about medical disparity. It will help participants grow awareness in the increasing disparity of medical and pharmacy services between regions. Symposium 2 is about digital therapeutics, a new paradigm and market of pharmaceuticals. It gives a brief outline on the development of digital therapeutics. And lastly, Symposium 3 is about pharmacogenomics, which extends to precision drugs and genomic data use. From this part, the numbering corresponds to the workshop group numbers on the tentative schedule that we showed you in a couple of slides before in the APPS. We divided the workshops into educational and cultural workshops for your convenience. Workshops of the same group will be held in separate venues at the same time. Workshop 1, 3, and 5 focuses on the past, present, and future of pharmacy, respectively. In Workshop 1, the ever-transforming pharmacy profession gives a brief introductory outline on the changes that pharmacists had faced from the past. It will proceed as a debating session on the potential changes that could happen. Experiencing traditional Korean pharmacy will first explain the pharmacology of the active ingredient in the prepared herbal material and make the traditional medicine with provided materials. In Workshop 3, we will explore on cosmetics and biosimilars, which are leading pharmaceutical markets in South Korea. In Workshop 5, the future, delegates can choose either digital marketing and soft skills or the demonstration of AI-driven drug development. Workshops 2 and 4 are cultural workshops. Workshop 2 teaches the Korean alphabet, how to write with it, introducing themselves and their country in Korean, and how to read and sing lyrics of recent K-pop songs. Workshop 4 teaches Taekwondo, K-pop choreography, and cooks traditional food together. The preferences and allergy will be surveyed in advance. These are the competitions that we plan to hold. We are confident that the PCE, CSE, ISE, and CE can be held successfully as KNAPS has numerous experiences. The poster and vlog competitions will have their tentative topics related to the theme. Submissions will be evaluated based on votes and judge evaluations. The public health campaign will be held in an outdoor setting in Songdo. The tentative topic will be on dietary health supplements and their effects on health improvement, careful selection guides, cases of misuse, etc. Next, I will introduce the social events that we plan to hold. The first night of the APPS has the welcoming night, where there will be a Taekwondo performance and the admission of flag bearers. On the second night, there will be a Korean food festival of food trucks. The third night will be K-Night at Changgyeonggung, a historical palace showcasing traditional Korean lifestyle. Delegates will watch a beautiful cultural show and visit Seoul Tower to capture the night scenery. The fourth night will be Han River Night, held in Yeouido Hangang Park. Delegates will be able to enjoy the atmosphere of Seoul with dinner. And on the international night, delegates will wear traditional clothes to represent their countries, trying out diverse foods, and meeting new people from various countries. This event will be held at a venue in Songdo, officially known as an international city. Lastly, the gala night will be a memorable event to end the 24th APPS. There will be performance to make the party more enjoyable. I conclude my part of this presentation. Minjae will be explaining from the next part. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chan. Moving on, we'll be taking a look at the LIT and PST details. The schedule of the LIT and tentative schedules of our LIT looks like this, where you have 6 different training sessions, 2 cultural workshops, and 3 different nights where we can enjoy in different ways. And our objectives of LIT can be concluded into 3 sentences: taking up leadership, making friendship, and knowing myself. And this is the schedule for our post-symposium tour PST. All our schedules are focused on things that you can only experience in Jeju only, explicitly in Jeju. And these include the beach, lava tube, Park Jeju, Highland Museum, Tea Museum, Recreation Night, and rail bike, and etc. that you will all like. Our last session of the presentation is budget and sponsorships. So before heading on to our budget and sponsorships, I would like to point out some minor mistakes that we have made in the bidding materials. The first one being income. We have included the RWGs as our income in phase 1, which we would like to fix. And this is within our 3% error range. So there will be no problem in making a minus in our budget. And the second point is that in our LIT budget plan, you might have noticed that the invitation cost for the trainer is not included yet. We are hoping people from the APRO to join the EXCO to help us out with the LIT training if possible at low price, and that's our ideal situation. And we can add into the price of the training fees because we have some budget leftovers. I won't go through all of the budget plan because it will take too long. And this is the sponsorship list of the sponsorships that we are aiming to get our sponsors and partnership from. The first one being Yonsei University, the host of the campus of our venue, and Korean Pharmaceutical Association, Daeung, which is a Korean pharmaceutical country that has sponsored the World Congress this year, and Korean Tourism Organization, and etc. Thank you all for listening, and we hope APS will be coming home after 7 years. Thank you. We'll be.
Thank you, Minjae and Chan. We will now be proceeding to the open discussion. Let me just get my screen shared. Okay, we have a new comment from BMFF Unair Indonesia. Yoga, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. I'm Yoga from BMFF Unair Indonesia. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on your wonderful presentation of the 25th APPS hosting. To my question, it is, are there any possibility that the reception committee of the 25th APPS shown before would take a certain period of leave to attend their mandatory national military service? Thank you. Giving the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, BMFF Unair. Passing the floor to KNEP.
Thank you for the excellent questions. As we do have military service that all males in South Korea have to serve for, all of us are sure that we will be devoted to delay our military service after the APPS, and me specifically will be doing my service after the APPS ends totally. So I don't think you need to worry about this point. Thank you.
Thank you, KNEP. Do we have any other new comments? We have a new comment from Observer. Observer, you have the floor. A reminder, please introduce yourself, name, then Observer, before you give your question. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Chair. This is Alan from Alan Observer. So once again, thank you for your presentation. I'm just curious, as I'm from the training, I'm one of the international trainers from APRO. I'd like to hear a little bit more of your rationale on not inviting trainers or any IPSF trainers and favoring APRO, RWG, and SIG. Thank you.
Thank you to the Observer. We now give the floor to KNEP.
I'm sorry. Was that a comment or a question? Sorry.
I believe it was a question on. Sorry if the Observer can please repeat the question.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Chair. This is Alan Observer. So, as a trainer, as an IPSF international trainer, I would like to ask a bit more on your own rationale. What is your rationale for favoring the invitation as RWGs to actually handle or manage their LIT training sessions rather than as to oppose to inviting IPSF international trainers. As for your own information, IPS within the APRO region, there are at the very least um, three who are active or semi-active trainers in the region, including myself, and we would like to understand your rationale on not inviting us and rather opting to have the RWGs facilitate the sessions. Thank you.
To the observer. Just a point of information, I believe it was EXCO to be invited instead of RWG, as RWG aren't allowed to train. Thank you. I'm giving the floor to KNAPS to answer.
Minjae Knapp's Korea. Can we have 1 minute of for discussion? Sorry.
For sure. You have 1 minute to discuss first.
Sorry for the delay. Minjae from KNAPS Korea. Yeah. I think I wasn't clear about mentioning the APRO, inviting APRO RWGs to our lit training program. What I was intending to say is we are trying to invite IPSF EXCO as our lit trainers, but like we are hoping that people from APRO will be joining IPSF EXCO by that time so that we can invite that EXCO to come to our lit of APPS. That was just our ideal scenario, and we weren't trying to say we'll be inviting RWGs and not inviting IPSF trainers to our events. I hope that answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, KNAPS Republic of Korea. We now have a new comment from JPPHA by Philippines. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So Gabriel Ala here from JPPHA5 Philippines. So the question is, considering that Philippines is one of the countries that is not part of the visa-free country of for entering the Republic of Korea, will you be giving invitation letters or other supporting documents that can aid us in applying a visa for entering the Korea when the APPS 2025 happens? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, JPPHA5 Philippines. We now give the floor to KNAPS to answer.
Thank you for the floor. Minjae from KNAPS Korea. Yes, we will definitely provide official documents to invite you guys to get the visa to come into Korea. Regarding this issue, we do have experience of inviting our delegates from the Philippines to come to Korea for our KPLC program too. So we believe that will have no problems. You guys will experience no problem with the visas. Thank you.
Thank you, KNAPS. We now give the floor to BMFF Unair. Oh, sorry, we have a direct comment from FJCPHA Philippines.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the floor. Kashani Francisco from FJCPHA Philippines. I do believe regarding the visa for Incheon, I do believe the visa for Filipinos traveling to Incheon, Korea is actually free. So that's a bit of, oh, I'm sorry, was it okay to share information to my fellow Filipino delegates? So yes, so for Filipinos who are planning to go to Incheon, Korea, that's actually visa-free up to 90 days. Thank you. Passing the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, Christiani. We are now proceeding to the next new comment. We have BMFF Unair. BMFF Unair, the floor is yours.
Thank you for the floor, Chair. I'm Jennifer from BMFF United Indonesia. And thank you for the wonderful preparation and also presentation, KNAPS. I'm personally quite interested in the workshop revolving the AI-driven drug development. And you mentioned that this include a practical session. How would you conduct this practical session? Thank you, and passing the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, BMFF Unair. Passing the floor to KNAPS to answer.
Thank you, Chair. An observer speaking. Yes, the the workshop that you have mentioned will be prepared from, first of all, we'll be having a professor, most possibly as the speaker of the workshop, and the professor will be first demonstrating how the AI-driven drug development will be is used in the industry through very closely, and then using the software possibly at venue at the sorry using the software that that professor demonstrates in front of the participants. The participants will possibly have a tryout session with the softwares for AI-driven drug development. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chan. So I believe you can introduce yourself as Chan, bidding team, so that you, for the minutes purposes, it's written as bidding team instead of observer. Thank you. So up next, we have a new comment from PSAT Thailand. PSAT Thailand, you have the floor.
Thank you for the floor. My name is Noel from PSAT Thailand. First of all, I want to thank you for a lovely presentation from KNAPS. As you know, a Thai delegate will be next mandate in the mid of April. So I would like to say that can you postpone the phase 3 application until the end of April? Thank you for the floor. Pass the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, PSAT Thailand. We now give the floor to KNAPS Republic of Korea.
Thank you for the floor, Min Jae from the bidding team. We have written down March as the end of the phase 3 registration because we want to confirm the number of delegates as soon as possible to set our venue and the number of accommodations needed. So in regards to postponing the phase 3, I think it might be hard, but if there is a specific reason for the country supporting the delay for phase 3, we would like to listen to it, and yeah, we will take into a deeper consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, KNAPS. Can I confirm from the MFF Lunar if there's a direct to the ongoing comment?
Yes, regarding the AI-driven one.
Okay, so unfortunately, since we started a new comment, this direct is now out of order, so we would need to have a new comment for this. Apologies. And yep, so you can put in a new comment for it. So we will now be proceeding to the new comment from the other delegate from the MFF Indonesia. Evelyn, you have the floor.
Thank you for the floor, Chair. My name is Evelyn, the CP of BEMAF of Indonesia. My question to, first of all, thank you for the great presentation. My question would be, how are you planning to pitch APPS to your potential sponsors and make a compelling case for them to sponsor your event? Thank you.
Thank you, BMFF Indonesia. We now give the floor to KNAPS.
Thank you for the detailed question, Min Jae, the bidding team. Regarding the sponsors and partnerships, as we have hosted the 2020 World Congress, where we have reached out numerous partnerships and sponsorships, we do have their contacts, and they have good impression about our World Congress. So we are reaching out mostly the same sponsorships from the World Congress. So we are hoping them to secure our sponsorships too. And we are reaching out some other national and city level organizations that sponsors tourisms for specifically for tourists and pharmacists incoming students. So I am quite confident about securing our gold sponsorship. Thank you.
Thank you, KNAPS. We are now proceeding to the new comment from BMFF Lunar Indonesia. Yoga, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. I'm Yoga from BMFF Lunar Indonesia. I'm just a little bit interested. Have you consulted the APRO alumni from Korea when you were preparing for this 25th APPS bidding? Thank you. Giving the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, BMFF Indonesia. We now give the floor to the KNAPS to answer.
Minjay bidding team, by saying alumni, are you referring to alumni of KNAPS that has hosted APPS before, or are you referring to APRO alumni or IPSF alumni?
Any APRO alumni. Yeah. So IPSF APRO.
KNAPS, you have the floor to answer.
Minjay KNAPS Korea, we did consult to many of the APRO alumni, including the past APRO chairperson Choi, who has been working as the serving as APRO chairperson, and the chairperson of the bidding of the World Congress 2020. And I do have contact. I am staying in touch with all of the chairpersons that has hosted APPS and World Congress in Korea, so they are giving out a lot of helps. Thank you.
Thank you, KNAPS. We are waiting for additional new comments. If none, we will be proceeding to the closed discussion. And just to confirm with KNAPS, since you are a full member and you have a vote, can we confirm who you are delegating your vote to?
Minjay, the bidding team, we have delegated our vote to PSAT Thailand.
Okay, thank you. So the vote has been delegated to PSAT Thailand. If Amy, you can send KNAPS code to PSAT Thailand, please. And for everyone's information, before we proceed to close discussion, since this is bidding for an IPSF event, everyone from the same country will be put into the breakout room. So it is not just the bidding team who will be put into the nominees breakout room. And since I see that there are no new comments, we will now be proceeding to the closed discussion. We will be placing everyone from Korea to a breakout